Before sunrise, Hung's unit shelters civilians, awaiting uncertain enemy movements in silence.
Mara studies maps, weighing routes through flooded paddies and mined roads carefully.
Tum steadies breath, remembering training, while distant mortar thumps count uncertain heartbeats.
Supplies run thin, ethics tighten. Who receives scarce treatment when shells fall?
Crossing now risks civilians, delaying risks ambush. Hung calculates consequences with weary precision.
Headquarters silent. Interference grows. Corv likely jamming channels to fracture coordination.
Locals plead softly. Evacuation promised. Mara drafts convoy lists with ruthless compassion.
Scouts report patrols circling wide, probing flanks, measuring resolve without committing yet. Trust remains brittle. Rumors of a spy ripple like cold fog.
Tum retrieves cartridge, steady hands masking fear, learning courage through practiced movements.
Hung circles objectives. Protect villagers, hold pass, prevent Corv capturing river crossing.
Corv tests defenses with probing fire, timing responses, counting barrels and nerves.
Ming warms hands, wrestling triage math, hearing names instead of abstract casualty numbers.
Nature joins battle, slowing armor, granting time if leadership spends it wisely.
Civilians cling to keepsakes. Identity persists when fortifications fail and orders falter.
A young East Asian woman, Mara, sets trip flares, false lanes, feints, sculpting doubt inside Corv's calculus.
A female recon soldier of East Asian descent hears coded whistles. A female sapper of East Asian descent named Koi.
Hung kneels briefly, weighing conscience against duty, choosing burdens only commanders know.
Evacuation column forms. Priorities shift. Elders first, then wounded, then food stores. Enemy platoons disperse. Overlapping arcs emerge. Corv prepares encirclement under steady rain.
Only minutes of mortar fire remain. Every round must purchase meaningful time. We fall back to lure them in, then hit hard.
Mara presents decoy withdrawal plan. Risks appalling, benefits decisive if courage holds.
The cellar hides many secrets. Use them.
She volunteers cellar routes. History becomes terrain.
Easy now. Almost done.
Ming expands care with desperate inventiveness.
Civilians rehearse silence. Discipline becomes lifeline when ambush lines tighten nearby.
A geomagnetic surge cripples comms. Autonomy suddenly replaces hierarchical certainty tonight.
Dumb leads point. Fear becomes focus. Errors evaporate under immediate necessity. Corv's leaflet drones buzz overhead, promising mercy, sowing doubt, dividing will.
Mara fabricates dummy silhouettes, thermal decoys, choreographing illusions for aerial scouts.
Guides mark safe stones. One misstep drowns. Patience becomes the principal weapon. Evac convoy idles, synchronized with faint assault, timing choreographed to heartbeat.
Hung holds fire. Surprise multiplies force. Silence becomes the sharpest opening argument.
Rumors spread of a traitor. Vigilance turns inward. Paranoia taxes stamina. A middle-aged African-American male courier arrives breathless, sketching Corv's reserves, shifting west toward bridges.
Mine belts reset. Safe lanes mapped. Sacrifice exchanged for corridors protecting families. Independent cells activate. Mission-type orders empower creativity under restricted information.
May fewer names be carved this season.
Plans refine. Lure Corv downhill, collapse flanks, then vanish across ford.
This is the choke point. We hit them here.
A female corv advances cautiously, suspicious yet compelled, committing scouts to test illusions.
The teeth are aligning.
Enemy platoon bites deeper. Mara smiles thinly. Trap teeth begin aligning.
Convoy slides past watchers. Gratitude whispers. Discipline holds. No bowls rattle.
Stretcher team, over here, quickly!
Ming triages methodically, refusing despair, turning chaos into increments of survivable order.
Demo teams seed culverts, shaping Earth to argue persuasively with armor.
Remember your withdrawal paths, twice, thrice.
Hung assigns triggers, patience stretches, everyone rehearses withdrawal paths, twice, thrice.
Memory becomes infrastructure. Heritage maps save lives when satellites withdraw their gaze.
Corv's vanguard halts, sensing wrongness. Stillness thickens. Storm delays decisive movement.
What if we bait their artillery? Make them waste their fire?
Inspiration strikes Mara. Inverse feint. Bait artillery onto empty storage roofs.
Heat decoys glow. An elderly Caucasian corv adjusts fires. Expenditure rises without meaningful positional gains. Civilians cross quietly. Symbols soften. Survival outranks ceremony during these unchosen seasons.
Comms collapse completely. Autonomy hardens. Leaders must trust training, not distant oversight.
Amnesty offered for commanders whom pockets leaflet, studying fonts, measuring manipulation carefully.
Dumb ties courage knots, promising return, anchoring self against surrounding currents. Mines detonated by lining. Fate participates. Plans flex without surrendering overall intent.
I can only save one.
Ming confronts impossible choice. 2 bleed out. 1 surgeon. 1 kit.
We fall back tonight. Hung chooses decoy retreat tonight. Gambles tomorrow's dawn for genuine breakout.
Mara drafts final signals. 3 knocks, pause, 1 whistle, go.
Corv confers privately, deciding pressure increments, expecting collapse before sunrise arrives.
Careful now, step by step.
Civilians tread carefully. Discipline holds. Children mimic soldiers, matching footfalls without chatter.
Enemy pivots south. Reserves peel away. The pass grows strangely, dangerously naked.
Move out! And good luck!
Hung signals movement. Convoy exhales. Hope becomes a muscle remembering forgotten strength.
Tum plants signs of panic, amplifying illusions, tugging Corv deeper into vacuum. Ferries launch silently. Every crossing multiplies survivability. Patience remains sovereign tonight. Corv senses deception, orders acceleration, demanding certainty where terrain promises only ambiguity. Sappers time charges. Collapse will erase tracks, sealing exit like slammed doors.
Widow Le'e watches columns vanish, whispering names as though weaving protective cloth.
Covering teams settle. Withdrawal requires guardians. Casualties accepted with sober calculation.
Ming relocates essentials, teaching villagers dressing changes, empowering resilience under strain. Mara seeds sound lures, dragging platoons into dead spaces between arcs.
Protect withdrawal. Humanitarian objective. Fight only if forced.
Hung repeats ground truth. Objective humanitarian. Fight only to protect withdrawal. Convoy climbs the pass. Feint south detonates. Corv lunges, discovering theatrical emptiness.
Guardians trade distance for time, falling back deliberately. Scripts memorized through exhaustion. Drivers feel rowed by memory. Mara whispers markers like lullabies guiding steel. Thermal decoys shimmer. Swarm bites phantoms. Algorithms congratulate themselves incorrectly tonight.
First boats land safely. Children exhale. Thumb counts every head twice.
Rearguard initiates planned breach. Charges roll thunder. Pursuit stumbles through collapsing causeway.
Hung crosses last, ensuring tail clears. Leadership means walking behind departing hope.
Pursuit severed, Corv pauses, recalculates. Patience turns predator into puzzled accountant.
Convoy regroups, wounds counted, promises renewed to return and rebuild patiently.
Sunlight audits survivors, costs profound. Mission succeeded narrowly, ethically, under impossible arithmetic.
Ming sets clinics anew, documenting injuries, preventing infection with disciplined routines.
Scouts confirm distance gained. Corv licks wounds, studies patterns, plots inevitable rematch.
Rations scarce. Redistribution hurts. Leaders eat last, modeling endurance and moral priority.
Future hinges on alliances. Mara proposes parley with local militias today.
Envoys depart unarmed, carrying dignity, intent, and slender hopes for cooperation.
A female Corv studies transcripts, admires craft, decides to bait negotiations for leverage.
Flags lowered, voices steady. Both sides seek civilian safety without surrendering principles. Corridor proposed for aid. Schedules synchronized. Violations punished by reputation collapse.
Survivors re-enter cautiously, minds cleared, promises kept, trust stitches along fresh seams.
We remember them. Our victory lies in the lives we saved.
Victory measured in lives preserved, not enemy losses.
Tighten until the bleeding stops. Remember, every second counts.
Ming teaches life-saving. Tum teaches stealth. Resilience professionalizes under shared trauma.
The new beam should hold. It's stronger than before.
Food security stabilizes morale. Corv loses narrative. Community refuses to perform fear.
Scouts monitor respectfully. Alerts remain. Peace survives alongside prepared, ethical deterrence.
We must always remember why we fight. For our homes, for our families, for peace. Governance resumes.
Corv is consolidating, but not here. They're planning something bigger, somewhere else.
Corv consolidates elsewhere. Theater shifts. Our mission...
Celebration honors restraint and courage. Leaders remind, vigilance must accompany gratitude.
Engineers replace destruction with possibilities, converting battle scars into useful routes.
Ming codifies protocols, failures documented. Next crisis meets prepared, compassionate systems.
Memory feeds discipline. Grief metabolized into boundaries which prevent future cruelties.
Mara surveys progress, planning redundancies, safeguarding civilians against inevitable uncertainties. Reports suggest Corv redeploys, political winds veer, vigilance remains our daily companion. Tum reviews maintenance teams, ensuring crossings endure storms and sudden pressures. Alliance holds, frictions addressed, procedures harmonized, justice mechanisms earn reluctant respect. Aid flows outward now. Generosity projects strength, reshaping reputations beyond battle. A lone drone hum returns. Corv scouts reconsider opportunities within negotiated boundaries.
Villagers practice truth-telling, resisting panic, preserving coherence during information attacks.
Routine absorbs weather, systems flex. Resilience evolves from hard lessons into culture.
Hung, Mara, Ming breathe briefly, honoring ordinary moments as strategic victories.
Scouts report armored probes north. Tests resume. Ethics and plans awaken promptly.
Civilians rehearse. Timings improve. Trust increases as competence spread through neighborhoods.
Corridor renewed. Violations penalized. Corv accepts constraints to preserve broader strategic options.
Tum notes calm patterns. Absence of ambush becomes measured, deliberate, hard-earned quiet. Infrastructure matures. Autonomy deepens. Community grows resilient beyond any single commander.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with
Leadership decentralizes, responsibility distributed, victory measured by participation, not dominance.
Lines defend rights, not pride. Maps serve people, not appetites for conquest.
Ming applauds apprentices. Capacity multiplies. Medicine stands ready before thunder gathers unexpectedly.
Security enables labor. Dignity feeds families. Prosperity fortifies ethical decision-making daily.
Hung writes final notes. Safeguard civilians, train successors, normalize peace through readiness.
New caravans arrive. Stability invites commerce, testing discipline and transparency for all.
Rumors whisper Corv seeks talks again, perhaps genuine, perhaps strategic theater only.
Scouts observe armor withdrawn north, leaving advisors and drones behind for now.
Flood repairs accelerate. Engineers request volunteers and lumber from neighbors this week.
Negotiation venue chosen. Riverside Pagoda. Neutral ground, honoring shared suffering and memory.
We must prioritize the corridor terms, the humanitarian mission, and, most importantly, reciprocity.
Our verification teams will conduct mixed patrols, and any disputes will be resolved through elders' councils.
Corv demands prisoners be exchanged. Lists cross-check names with methodical patience.
A ceasefire would significantly reduce amputations and lifelong trauma.
We have to intercept without losing what we've gained.
A rogue battalion transmits ultimatums. Language insults. Motives appear opportunistic and dangerously short-sighted.
Hung proposes joint buffer force. Corv reluctantly nods, calculating broader interests carefully.
Mixed patrol departs. Green armbands pair with gray, under shared mandate temporarily.
First contact cautious. Hands visible. Rifles lowered. Language chosen deliberately for de-escalation.
Rogue commander rejects orders, broadcasts grievances about supplies and honor and recognition.
We can offer rations and help repair your equipment.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge you will face recognition tomorrow.
Tension crests. A single shot wounds air without finding flesh or forgiveness.
The buffer line holds. Mediators repeat breathing. Tempers cool like iron in water.
Rogue Battalion accepts aid. Commanders schedule tribunal under joint, neutral oversight procedures. Pagoda talks resume. Pen scratches reappear. Clauses strengthen verification pathways for compliance.
Agreement signed. Lanterns sway. Both staffs exhale pragmatic, measured relief and resolve.
Prisoners exchange quietly. Families trace faces with unbelieving, trembling fingers at sunrise.
Village workshops restart. Trade networks bloom across repaired roads and ferries again.
Training expands jointly. Manuals print in 2 scripts, encouraging interoperable responses everywhere.
Corv visits clinic, witnessing prosthetics fitted, understanding stakes beyond territory and pride.
Memorial service includes both banners. Mourning mixes with respectful, sustainable commitments afterward. River sensors installed. Early warnings reduce panic during seasonal surges and storms.
Joint newsroom counters rumors. Facts circulate faster than fear now most days.
This looks so much better than the holes. We built a whole city on the wall. And here is the new map.
Economy rebounds slowly. Patience budgets investments, prioritizing water, roads, and health infrastructure.
We need to rotate rest. Burnout is a risk, not a weakness.
Art festival planned. Poets invited. Veterans share careful, necessary silences with audiences.
Unexpected drought follows storms. Reservoirs sink. Planners revise contingencies soberly and swiftly.
Water rationing begins. Fairness enforced. Queues remain patient under sun despite heat.
Corv requests engineering help. Pride swallowed. Joint crews dredge intake pipes together.
We need to learn from our mistakes so they won't be repeated. Hung mentors young leaders. Succession ensures resilience beyond individual personalities and lore.
Mara codifies doctrine. Protect civilians first, then positions, then reputations and narratives.
Remember, cleanliness is key. Even a small wound can become deadly.
Audit reveals black market. Stern reforms punish graft, reward transparent service standards.
Sky clears. Constellations return. Telescopes emerge from closets like friends after months.
Joint sports day. Laughter outruns grudges across dusty field lines by evening.
A small scandal tests trust. Inquiry proceeds with transparent, patient rigor publicly.
Findings released, mistakes corrected, officials apologize, systems improve measurably for future incidents. A distant earthquake rattles windows. Response teams mobilize swiftly overnight to assist.
Convoys deliver tents, filters, stretchers, and trained volunteers to neighbors in need.
We're adapting their methods based on our experience here.
Solidarity deepens. Corv acknowledges cooperation reshapes doctrines more than victories ever could.
Academics arrive, documenting processes, interviewing farmers, commanders, and children for future guidance.
Documentary premieres. Tears and pride share the same patient bench that night.
Threat levels drop. Armories convert space into libraries and workshops for youth.
Border demarcation finalized. Survey stones kissed by mossy gratitude through long negotiations. A veteran marries. Bells ring. Prosthetics dance bravely under lanterns and stars.
New school opens, science kits gleam, maps stretch futures wide for everyone, featuring a group of young...
Hung receives invitation to advise distant mission on ethical operations and planning.
Mara promoted. Leadership baton passes with ceremony, hugs, and quiet tears shared.
Min establishes scholarship for medics from villages along contested rivers and valleys.
Tum trains scouts. Steadiness replaces youthful impulse with adult judgment and care.
Widow Lay elected council chair. Wisdom shepherds budgets and boundaries with grace.
Annual review codifies lessons. Manuals updated. Exercises test difficult dilemmas under stress.
Unexpected storm returns. Systems flex. Community coordinates evacuation flawlessly and recovery afterward.
Foreign observers certify compliance. Corridor stands as regional model for civilian protection.
A statue garden grows, each stone named for saved lives over time.
Trade fair welcomes artisans. Music braids languages across repaired plazas and markets.
An old mine discovered. Engineers neutralize hazards with calm precision and patience.
Corv retires gracefully. Successor endorses agreements and community-first doctrine for long-term stability.
Hung visits graves, whispers thanks. Burdens lighten without disappearing entirely from memory. Mara audits border sensors. Maintenance remains discipline, not afterthought for future peace.
Ming retires night shift. Apprentices lead rounds with steady competence and care.
Tum writes handbook on scouting ethics, terrain reading, and silence under pressure.
A final audit confirms readiness. Warehouses stocked, drills current, spirits steady overall.
Distant thunder reminds humility. Contingencies sleep but never truly disappear from planning.
Lantern night returns. Community strolls river paths in gentle conversation and laughter.
Council archives records. Transparency becomes habit, not crisis performance for everyday governance.
Farewell ceremony honors all hands who chose restraint over vengeance and hatred.
Peace endures through discipline, compassion, preparedness, and shared memory of suffering together.